Tata First. Powered by NEN. Brought to you by Tata. Leadership with trust.
Hello and welcome to this special show where over the next 30 minutes we'll get you all the highlights from the Tata First National Conference coming to you from the beautiful IIT Madras campus. Powered by the National Entrepreneurship Network, this two-day event will focus on promoting, mentoring and recognizing India's top student entrepreneurs. Student entrepreneur Sajid Ahmed, an MBBS student from Kannur district in Kerala, is looking forward to being part of the second edition of the Tata First National Conference. With over 700 attendees, including a large number of student entrepreneurs, Sajid wants to use this experience to firm up his online healthcare startup.
We don't have much exposure to entrepreneurship from there. So we need to go to the cities to get some insights into entrepreneurship, get some training, get some connections with experienced people. Because once we are a startup, we are basically just out of college or while at college, right? Now I'm a student in one of the medical colleges in Kerala. So we need to be connected to experienced people who can mentor us.
Entrepreneurs like Sajid see Tata First as India's first national mentoring and recognition platform for student startups. This is a crucial part of the startup ecosystem as students really require access to expert advice, resources and a great network. Tata First offers a complete program for budding student entrepreneurs, including regional workshops across 15 different cities, a national competition and a People's Choice competition to select the best and popular student startup respectively, a national conference and an award ceremony to promote these startups, and professional mentorship for 30 winning student startups.
Every single year you see them just, go larger and larger in energy, in numbers, in how much, they're able to do on their own campuses and their new ideas that they're coming up with. So I think this is really a great platform that allows them to find new role models, that allows them to have the confidence that they can and that they should. I think that's most important.
From interactive sessions with mentors to specific workshops for creating business plans, these student startups will get to leverage the Tata First platform to take their idea to the next level. The Tata First National Conference started off with a bang, with Badri Sheshadri, founder of cricket website Cricinfo, sharing his experience of being a student entrepreneur and why mentorship is a crucial part of the ecosystem.
Ideas like this are great. I mean, this is where they can come, and I really have great regard for mentorship, really. I mean, personally benefiting from that, and also now working as a mentor for a couple of companies. That's extremely important. That's one thing that we need much more. I mean, it's not, what we have is not sufficient at all.
But the real excitement was just about to begin as student entrepreneurs got a chance to participate in an interactive session with business leaders from across industries.
We were unable to deliver 100%. We can able to satisfy only 90% of customers. But then also they are coming and getting our products. How to manage time?
If you are doing 10 products currently, or 10 types of toys, or 10 types of gift items, or whatever it may be, what is it that 6 of you can handle, right? If it's just going to be the 6 of you, then I would suggest that you should not bite more than what you can chew initially, because reputation is all that matters, right?
I'm Sumant. I'm from the team Creation of Eternal Wings. We are from Shimoga, Karnataka, and we basically conduct basic science workshops for high school and PU students, and also robotic workshops. So my question is, we have been doing this since 2 years. It started as a passion for training high school students, and then it grew as a startup. And now what is our idea is, we have almost covered more than 4,000 students till now. And we have generated quite a good amount of revenue, but not good for 2 years of work. After 2 years, we are feeling that, it is not scalable.
I believe technology is definitely going to be helpful, but technology by itself doesn't take you anywhere. You have to really analyze and figure out what has contributed to other success using those technologies. Is it only technology that has helped you in scaling up, or is it that there was a lot of background work required before that technology could be utilized to reach out. So I believe you have to just step back a little bit, think in terms of what has to be done to popularize your reach out, which is not headcount based. By headcount I mean based on number of people that you have. You have to use technology, but you have to see how to market your technology-enabled offering.
I have one of the driving forces behind the Tata First Dot event, Atul Agarwal, Vice President of Corporate Affairs at Tata Services. Atul, clearly pleasantly surprised with the kind of response that you've seen from this year's event. What are the key takeaways?
We are absolutely right. We are quite surprised, and we are happily surprised about it. When we started off the program last year for the first time with NEN, we were very happy at the response. We had more than 200 registrations. This year we thought we will go to even more cities across the country. We'll take it wider. Therefore, from 10 cities, we decided to go to 15 cities. We had these 15 regional events, regional workshops, in fact, for the students, desirous student entrepreneurs. And when we finally get into the tallying of the actual number of student startups who decided to nominate for the Tata First Dot National Competition, the People's Choice Competition, we actually were very happily surprised, because we didn't expect that 200 will become 400. Well, that was not something we were expecting. But to us, this is also a sign of growing interest in entrepreneurship in the campuses, in the colleges, the ecosystem, which is now building up more and more. The support which is happening now more and more from the colleges, the campuses, the engineering institutions, and thereby also the interest from the students themselves, irrespective of the economic conditions. They are interested in charting their own path. So you have people from IITs, you have people from smaller institutions, you have people from small places, you have people from large places, you have people from Mumbai, Delhi, Calcutta, Chennai, Bangalore, but you also have people from Shivamogga and from Hubli, Dharwad and from Coimbatore. Sure. So you have a very, very wide variety which you can see of students across the country, variety of them actually coming forward and taking up courses for running their own path.
The Tata Group's association with entrepreneurship goes a long way back. They have kind of fostered that entrepreneurial spirit all through a long time really now. What's the sense you're getting from the student community entrepreneurs? You're seeing this becoming a rising population amongst entrepreneurs, starting early in their careers?
I think what seems to be happening now is that people are far more willing to take steps which are different from just looking for a job based on the field of study. So very clearly people are willing to look for different options which are not as job options but as career options, as options based on their own passions and based on their own interests, and they see value in it. The other part is they don't think the value is only in pursuing a job or a service or going to the placements. They actually are seeing value in doing something which they are passionate about it. They are looking for therefore an ecosystem, supportive ecosystem, which can help them facilitate, make the transition. And in that they are looking for constantly supportive structures whereby if they want to know how do I do marketing, or how do I raise finance, or how do I sort of take care of the legal issues, or how do I do even patenting, etc., or how do I simply sort of move beyond a small scale of what I'm doing in my own locality. So they are looking at if there is a supportive ecosystem available which can give them answers to some of these questions. That's something which they're ready to welcome, and that's something we hope will also help them in taking this journey, which is their first sort of steps in the entrepreneurial journey, taking this journey forward and convince them that yes, this is something which can work.
Sure. In terms of clearly the two-day event, we're going to see one-on-one mentorships, we're going to see specific workshops on creating business plans. But how do you sustain this beyond the 2 days? How do you kind of ensure that the same momentum that is there in these 2 days, which you're seeing among all these student entrepreneurs, lasts for a really long time so that they have a solid business plan when they come out of this?
See, the way the whole program has been structured, this actually has got 4 or 5 legs to start with. We start with what we call as the regional workshops, which we hold across the country. And we have held, besides the main metro cities, we have in places like Raipur we have gone to places like Bhubaneswar, we have gone to places like Lucknow, etc., which is typically one-day workshops, whereby there is an NEN trainer who gives them these 50, 60, 70, 80 desirous students and student entrepreneurs. They give them some inputs about if you want to make your own business plan, if you want to run your own business, how do you sort of go about it. There is a Tata senior person who comes and talks about a live case which is what something has been done as something innovative, something entrepreneurial. And post these workshops, while they are working on their own plans, then there is these two competitions. The Tata National First Dot National competition is based on jury based competition and an online voting based competition. And then we have this phase, which is of the 2-day workshop, 2-day conference, which has series of panel discussions, interaction with entrepreneurs, mentorship sessions for all the top 30 chosen sort of winners, stroke finalists, etc. And post this, actually this 2-day workshop or the conference, which itself has more than 600 to close to 700 students attending it, post this what we will see is actually a structured sort of a mentorship program for top 29 winners stroke finalists through the Onion mentoring platform, which will include their interactions with identified mentors based on their specific needs. So our intention is that this is a facilitated process. We provide them over a reasonable amount of period. They are in any case will remain a part of the ecosystem, so they are free to always come back next year and therefore to join back. But this is what we are trying to give it to them over this longish period as a supportive system. We are convinced that this is something which is great. This is something which creates wealth for entrepreneurs, for the country, and our hope is that they will do it the right way, they will do it with the right value systems alongside their entrepreneurial journey.
Sure. Atul, thank you so much for talking to NDTV. So coming up after the break, we'll get you voices from the student entrepreneurs themselves on the challenges and opportunities as a student entrepreneur. Stay tuned to NDTV.
Tata First Dot, powered by NEN. A Happy India initiative by Tata. Leadership with trust. Tata First Dot, powered by NEN. Brought to you by Tata. Leadership with trust.
Welcome back. We've heard so much about the Tata First Dot conference, and I thought it's time for you to get introduced to the student entrepreneurs themselves. And I have a whole bunch of them with me, from being a college graduate to now a student entrepreneur. And about your venture itself, how far have you succeeded?
Okay, my venture name is Biosil Technologies. It connects life with technology. Okay, there are two founders in this venture. I myself, Amit Kumar Vernekar, and another co-founder is Sarah Pearl D'Souza. Okay, during completion of our academic projects, we didn't have facility of anaerobic conditions in biotechnology area. So no projects were carried out in that area. So we thought there, like, why can't we do projects in there? Only 10 to 15% globally, it is explodes in the biotechnology area. So we thought we'll explore this. So we thought of making an equipment where we can explore the anaerobic condition, those anaerobic organisms. Here we can use the equipment in order to solve issues like solid waste treatment, which is a global issue now. And now the fuel is arising, biofuels, which will come in the next 10 years. Sure. So you need those also. Sure. For that, how difficult was it? It was very difficult for me because, see, when I was in the third year, I was planning like I will do some higher studies and all. I wrote GRE also, but a thought came to mind, something I can do best for myself.
Coming on the question which you asked with respect to how difficult it's to start a venture. See, what I believe is you always don't complain about your constraints. Start leveraging your strengths. So, of course, any student entrepreneur, the first thing is the capital, then might be the resources. So for the capital, I think there is a huge opportunity in India with respect to a lot of incubators, B-plan competitions, and you can take the Tata First Dot itself as one of the example to build and also give the sort of a communication platform to mingle around with the investors, just take the thought process. So I started my venture with a seed capital of somewhere like 3.2 lakhs, out of which half of it I won through some of the business plan competitions. So where my business plan got a very good validation and also very good market acceptance. Sure. And with this, I go convince my parents as well to put another half of the money. So that's how I got into the venture. Sure. Thank you.
In terms of, he talked about how difficult it was. What's the next stage really? If you cross the stage of moving from an undergraduate student to an entrepreneur, you start thinking like that and no more as a college student. How difficult is that in terms of mentally to kind of understand that kind of thinking and come across, starting businesses immediately from the undergraduate level?
I'm the founder of a company called Enchanter Corporation, and she's my co-founder, Ms. Kritika. Basically, in India, around the employability rate in India is just 17% of the students, and rest 83% of students are not actually employable. So that is the state. So this was a very serious issue which we had seen, and what we actually thought was, in general, a person learns around 56% of them learn much easier with peer-to-peer learning than the normal classroom teaching or regular teaching. Sure. So we thought, if we can build a bridge between this 17% and 83%, then this 17% is going to increase. The entire nation will be benefited out of this. Sure. So we proposed this plan to Department of Science and Technology, and we got 1 lakh funding when we were in the end of our first year. Sure. So at that time, with 1 year, we made a website portal, and this entire company unit, we made it wherein we do courses for all the engineering subjects wherein students can clear their exams or get high marks very easily. This we do it online as well as offline. Sure. So this is the primary motive with which we started. As a student, balancing, initially you have to do a lot of multitasking in whatever we have to do. And there'll be like in 2 days you'll be having an exam, then within the next day you have to address a gathering of 60 members, the previous day you have to address some panel meet, everything. And if in any one of these, if you're unsuccessful also, the entire show gets down. Even if your marks go down, you'll be taken away from this. If that show goes down, they'll say concentrate on this. So overall, as a student, there'll be a lot of pressure. But one good thing about this is, in general, students have a kind of sympathy, wherein this is a student, let's give an opportunity. So that kind of thing is there. And second thing is, what I have seen is, more than professionals, students are people who can be molded into any shape, and they can be made into several times more efficient and dedicated than regular people. So with this way, and right now we have a robotics wing and also this kind of courses wing, and we also do Windows 8 app development and programming. So we are able to do all these. It's not that we, as a sense, I am doing or something. My team of members doing. And we get students who are really more passionate and really interested onto these. And with them, we just give the push to go ahead under our brand name. And with this, the entire college gets benefited. And I'm from KCG College of Technology. Had my college not supported me so much, I think this can never happen. The amount of funding, the amount of liberty, and the amount of trust what they have in us is just immense. Sure. And had we got such a kind of thing in every college, things will happen in a great way.
Is that the critical part, the support that you get more than from the society or from the government? It's a support as a student that you need from the college that's important?
When we entered our engineering, the first thought was, we were attending physics labs, chemistry labs and all. When we attended the lab also, we thought that there is something lagging in us. Not something, is bigger things are lacking in us, because after studying so much about the basic components also, we were not able to figure out what are they actually used for. So to overcome this, we thought that okay, this has happened for us. Being in Tier 2 cities, we are from Shimoga, Karnataka, Jawaharlal Nehru National College of Engineering, Shimoga. I am mechanical engineer and she is electronics engineering. So we thought that okay, so this should not happen to our next generation. So we started to train the students, high school students, in basic science. We conduct basic science workshops to them, also robotics workshop to PU students. This was the first thought. We started with mere amount of 1,000 rupees investment to make the models and all. And it was a very tough task to approach the schools and all. Okay, we went to schools first and we thought that, okay, sir, we are doing this. And who are you, man? Who are you to train our students? We have lecturers, we have teachers. And who are you to train us? Then it was very tough task to us. So, we approached many 10 schools, 20 schools, and we did not get even a single client. Then, okay, as the time passed, we got some clients and we did some workshops. And also when our workshop got famous and all, we got calls from the schools that, okay, sir, we need the workshops that you people conduct. So we used to conduct those workshops. And till now we have covered almost 4,000 students in Shimoga, Davangere and many districts of Karnataka. And as you said, support from the institution is very important. Support from the institution, because we will be having internals, assignments and all, and we'll be engaged in this hectic schedule of entrepreneurship and these workshops. And so it is very necessary to get supports from the departments, so that okay, Sumant, let's submit the assignment next week. Okay, we'll give exemption in the internals. Okay, attend next internals, we'll give it a chance. So these kind of small supports are really very necessary when we are students, because these things matter to our parents also. So when we lack in those, as my friend said, as we lack in the marks, parents will scold us. Okay, don't go for anything. Okay, just stay in home and study. So these are the things will happen to us.
What do you guys hope to achieve from at the end of these events, besides the mentoring that's so crucial the networking? What are the things that you're picking up from events like the Tata First
Sir, as you said, networking is the most important and most precious thing that we get from these kinds of event, and also the experience we get to see, and so many entrepreneurs, student entrepreneurs, we get to see, before coming to this event, this interview, I talked with Shanmugam from Batrio. So he was a similar kind of opinions about my venture, and he was giving some suggestions. Like mentoring is not only from the entrepreneurs or the high class entrepreneurs or developed entrepreneurs. It's all between student entrepreneurs also. We give suggestions. Okay, let's not do this. Let's do this, because we have same set of mind, and the students can train the other students. So this will happen like this. This is the most important that would happen to us.
What's your biggest takeaway from the event?
Biggest takeaway would be if the problems which we are facing in establishing our the startup completely, if we get through that, if we are able to solve a problem, or if we have more clarity about the problems we are facing and the solutions what we have to take in that way, it would be our the most benefit we'll get from this. As he told, because we have interacted with so many other student entrepreneurs and other mentors, so we'll get to know their experience, their mistakes, and it will be helpful for them so that we'll not do that mistakes in our venture. So it's kind of a platform where students meet the real life entrepreneurs, so that it's a very good platform.
Now when I came here and I was telling about our startups, many of them approached me, oh, you are doing for engineering, oh, I'm very weak in this subject, I'm very weak in DSP, oh, I don't know Max, we directly came from diploma, so please help us in that case. So it was just expanding our startups here also, and I'm very, very much glad to meet so many entrepreneurs. I can even see so many different kinds of entrepreneurs, like they were doing, last year also we participated in this, we saw Paduka, who was designing slippers. So it was very different to see many kind of entrepreneurs.
Tata First Start is a platform wherein we can expand nationally. The entire world is watching the website. They are able to very clearly distinct. If we are going to any foreign university and saying that we have a company, and they ask, what is a company I've never heard of, we can open this and say, see, so many people have voted, so many people have recognized this, and it's from really authentic sources. And without even shelling out a penny, such a kind of national level brand building is happening to Tata First Start, which is an excellent platform for students.
Sure. What I took away from this particular event is we were actually looking for an investor. And fortunately, after finishing the interview sessions, I got a call from investor asking if you need funding. I said yes, and we closed a very good funding from him. So now we are about to expand, and the main reason for the expansion would be TataFirst.net. So there are many entrepreneurs or startups which is going to take the same advantage and come up in the coming days.
Thank you guys for talking to us, and good luck with your respective ventures. Thank you, sir. That's all we have for you on this show, but don't forget to catch part 2 of the Tata First conference, where we will be profiling more student startups as well as bring you those winners from the competitions. Stay tuned for that.
5 years ago, when across 30 campuses we were trying to look for student entrepreneurs, we found only one new entrepreneur had been generated. This year, more than 400 student entrepreneurs. These are full-time students running businesses, so definitely it's a very positive trend.
So we thought, okay, let me devise a machine, proprietary technology as we call it, to print dosas. That's how we came up with the dosa printer.
Tata First, powered by NEM, a Happy India initiative by